What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to SoCal Exploring, your number one stop for all things theme park related. How's everybody doing today? My name is Scott, and today we are talking about the HHN 2019 Hollywood 2020 speculated map that HHN Nightmares puts out every year, and for the most part, they're always 75% right. Now, if you want to check out the video that we did for the HHN 30 Orlando speculation map, make sure to check that out. I did a podcast with Losh TV talking about the HHN 30 Orlando speculation map, already out on my channel and available on Spotify as well. But today we're talking about the Hollywood version, which I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for me to talk about. I want to preface this before we get into this video. This is just a speculation map, completely speculated. None of this is confirmed yet. However, like I said, HHN Nightmares does a great job at speculating it, and for the most part, a lot of the times they're right on some of these mazes. So that's why we're going to be talking about this, because it's such a big thing. So big shout out to HHN Nightmares. You can find them on Twitter, Instagram. You know where you can find them out on all of their socials. Now, as far as my map goes, I made a map. However, it was kind of thrown together. I still enjoyed making it. It was just kind of thrown together, so I trust HHN Nightmares map a little bit more, and that's why I'm going to be talking about the mazes on this, and as far as what I think about them for Hollywood's event this year. Before that, if you want to take it one step further in supporting SoCal Exploring, donate $3 to our Buy Me a Coffee page, linked down in the description, to help us produce higher quality theme park content for you all to enjoy. And those who do support will be featured in various featured videos on our YouTube channel. So big shout out to both Roman and Ricky for already donating to our page. We also have a merchandise store where you can snag some official SoCal Exploring merchandise at a very reasonable price, just like one of our decal stickers for only $3.99. Just visit teespring.com/store/SoCalExploring-3 or click the link in the description of this video. You can check out our social media at SoCal Exploring Media on Instagram and at SoCal Exploring on Twitter, and subscribe if you're new here with those bell notifications on. Make sure to check out our website, SoCalExploring.com. Check us out across the board, because you're not going to want to miss when we post our updates on our socials right away before we even get it onto YouTube. Alright, so I have the map pulled up here on my computer. I'm going to go from the very top, or just like how the map is situated from M1 all the way down to M9. So we're going to be talking about this a little bit. Let's see, the first maze on here, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which, if you guys don't know, is a Netflix series. It's a pretty good Netflix series too. Now, do I think this would fit in an HHN maze? Yes, I do. I honestly do. I think there's plenty of content for it, and I think it'd be really dark, and this is speculated to be in the Waterworld location. However, let me just talk about this, and spoilers ahead when we talk. Actually, we'll talk about this once we get to Gremlins. I think that Sabrina would work, and I think Waterworld is a perfect place for it. I think there's plenty of content there. It's scary enough, and the whole satanic vibe to it would really get fans scared and terrified. And I know I would love a maze like this, a satanic type of maze. It'd be very fun to walk through and very terrifying. M2, the Walking Dead attraction. That's right, guys. If you guys didn't know, Universal did release a statement that Walking Dead will be returning to Halloween Horror Nights, and they didn't really say how it's going to be returning. I'm assuming it's just going to be the same exact thing. They have been taking down the sign, which I've noticed before the parks actually closed. They took down the Walking Dead sign, or made the progress of taking it down. Maybe that's just to paint it. Maybe that's to throw a different sign on there. Who knows? But nonetheless, The Walking Dead, for 80% sure that it's coming back for Halloween Horror Nights this year in some shape or form. M3, we have All Hallows Evil, which M3 is a Parisian courtyard area. However, I don't think that the Parisian courtyard is going to be there. I think that All Hallows Evil will get moved down to the Jurassic World location. We used to have a year ago, no, 2 years ago, we used to have a location there, and it was one of the greatest locations. Actually, no, not 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Let's see, the last time we had it was in 2017. That was Insidious. It was a phenomenal location. I love that location so much. I don't think we're going to be having Parisian this year, though, just because Parisian mixed with, or Halloween Horror Nights maze mixed with Secret Life of Pets and Despicable Me right there. I don't know. I don't think we're getting Parisian, and I think that they have different plans for Parisian. And if you guys want to know those speculated plans, make sure to check out my Illumination Plaza speculated video. I don't think we're getting Parisian Courtyard this year, which is unfortunate, because Parisian is a good location, but I like the Jurassic world slash park location a little bit better. But All Hallows Evil, this will most likely definitely come nonetheless. It's easy for them to create since they had the scare zone last year down in the backlot section, and that was one of my favorite scare zones that they've ever done in that specific location. So I definitely think that All Hallows Evil will be coming in a maze. With the success of Holidays in Hell last year, it works out a lot better. Now, will Figure do the music for All Hallows Evil? It's hard to say. I think it'd be a perfect opportunity to bring Figure back, because he did a great job with the Holidays in Hell music, and a lot of people, as well as myself, were requesting that be on Spotify, and it is on Spotify, but Murdy's vocals aren't there, so it sucks, because we want to hear Murdy's vocals too, like, especially with the Halloween section. It's just a great soundtrack. If they were to bring All Hallows Evil, though, I'm very excited for it. It's such a dark kind of storyline, and such a dark scare zone, and the mask and the costumes and everything in there were so terrifying. To see them in a maze would be great. And I think that if All Hallows Evil were to come and be a lot bigger and a lot more of a success than Holidays in Hell was, not saying that Holidays in Hell wasn't a success, but I think that All Hallows Evil would just be more of a success than it. M4, this is Gremlins, which is speculated for the Mummy location. Gremlins. Okay, so nonetheless, I love the movie, and I'd love to see it in a maze, but I don't think it'd work, honestly. I mean, you have these small little creatures. It just wouldn't work. That's just my personal opinion. Now, I'm not really going to talk a lot about Gremlins, but we'll talk about Gremlins and the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina combined. Both Sabrina and Gremlins is a Warner Brothers property, and as a lot of you longtime Horror Nights fans know, we don't have a good relationship with Warner Brothers as far as properties goes, because Warner Brothers just, the trend that I've noticed a lot from insider information is they tend to give Halloween Horror Nights properties and then they pull them last minute, so they're stuck with doing different mazes, different last minute mazes. If you guys remember, we were supposed to get The Conjuring a couple years ago, and the year after that, and the year after that, but it all got scrapped because Warner Brothers pulled it. Well, that's because Warner Brothers doesn't want us touching their properties. At first, they're like, you know what, let's do it. And then they're like, never mind. You know, they tried their event, their Horror Made Here, but that just didn't work out all too good. It was a great event nonetheless. It wasn't what a haunt event should be. So, I don't know. I feel like there's some jealousy involved there as far as rights go. I don't think that we're going to be getting either Sabrina or Gremlins, unfortunately. I don't know what will replace them. That is still up in the air. It's still a question to me on what could replace them. Maybe a movie like The Invisible Man that we got this year, or maybe even Candyman, but that's a far stretch because Candyman actually got pushed back to a later release date till actually September. So who knows what could be replaced by that? Like I said, that's just from my speculation, though. Sabrina and Gremlins, I don't think they're happening due to Warner Brothers. Alright, next up we have M5, which is The Haunting of Hill House. That is where Soundstage 29 is located at, and that house, Stranger Things, the both past 2 years that we've had it. The Haunting of Hill House, another Netflix series. Wow, I would be so excited for Haunting of Hill House to come. It is such a creepy series. It's such a scary series. And if they were to come in the soundstage, oh, mind blown. Like, there's no way that they can mess this up. Like, The Haunting of Hill House in a soundstage, it is going to be mind-boggling. It's going to be scary. There's going to be huge scenes. I really hope that they do a facade of the actual house, like inside, because as you guys know, with the Stranger Things mazes in Soundstage 29, it's just been a big black wall, and then you walk in through a little doorway to get into the actual maze. I'm hoping that they do like what Orlando does, and they actually put facades inside of their sound stages. It'd just be great. If they can do some large scale facade, that'd be wonderful. And if I saw that, like as far as construction goes, then I know that this maze is going to kick ass. Like, this maze would be amazing. Which is the former location of Creepshow, would be speculated as a Jordan Peele original maze. If Jordan Peele were to get on board with making a maze himself and having a big part in the creative aspect of it with Murdy and the whole design team, on making his own story for an original maze, oh man, that's gonna be so good. We've seen what Jordan Peele does with movies, and to see him take on a Halloween Horror Nights maze, wow, that would be insane. I mean, we saw Us last year, which was amazing, but that was a lot of Murdy's designing off the movie that Jordan Peele created. But if Jordan Peele were to do his own storyline, that'd be phenomenal. I would love that. I originally speculated that this was going to be Creepshow Part 2. However, Season 2 is getting pushed back to next year due to COVID, so I don't think that Creepshow would be coming. If Season 2 were to be scheduled to release this year, I think that we'd have another Creepshow maze. However, since it's getting pushed back, I don't think that's a possibility. But I'll take a Jordan Peele original over a Creepshow any day, really. Alright, M7, which is where Universal Monsters Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman was located last year. They speculated Universal Monsters The Bride, music by Slash. Wow. I'm really upset because if The Bride is true, I want to see Gilman. I really want to see Gilman in a maze. We didn't see Gilman the first year in the first Universal Monsters maze, but Universal Orlando did see him in their house last year, which is like, whatever. And then the second year we had Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, and that wasn't Gilman. I thought it was going to be a Gilman standalone maze, and now they're speculating that it's going to be The Bride this year. So that's 3 years without Gilman. I think it would be such a perfect maze if they just did the Gilman maze, the creature from the Black Lagoon. I wish they would. I'm fine with The Bride. I would like to see other maze ideas other than The Bride, like The Bride versus Dracula's Bride. I mean, I think that would work out. You've never had two females going at each other in a maze, so that'd work out. But it's just, I mean, I know a lot of you big-time horror fans are like, oh, it's Universal Monsters, it has to be good, as a lot of you guys have been with Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, which me personally, Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman was my number 3 ranked for last year's event, and everyone said, for the most part, everyone had it as their number 1 because Universal Monsters has just been such a beloved property to have at the event now. But I'm not going to hop on that train. I'm going to hop on what I actually think is going to be good, and I don't know. I just don't think that The Bride will be as good as the past 2 Universal Monsters maze if it were to come. M8, which is the former Ghostbusters location, this would be a maze that would probably be my favorite throughout the whole event, and it's exactly like the movie that was there last year, which is Ghostbusters. Beetlejuice. Oh my goodness, I have been waiting for this maze to come to Halloween Horror Nights for such a long time. I love the movie. I absolutely love it so much, and this would be exactly like Ghostbusters. It'd be fun, it'd be funky, but it still had those scary aspects to it. Nonetheless, Ghostbusters wasn't a scary maze. Let's be real here. It was not a scary maze at all. But it still had the comedy aspects to it, it still had the fun aspects to it, and it still had here and there the scary aspects to it. I'm sure if you were caught off guard, you could still be scared in the Ghostbusters maze. I'm all for Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, please come. Beetlejuice, please come. He's gonna come out of nowhere and get me. But oh man, I would be such a fan of this maze. This would definitely, hands down, if they were to pull it off right, would be my favorite maze of Halloween Horror Nights 2020. So here's a hoping, cross our fingers everybody, that Beetlejuice is true to come to Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood 2020. And in the Tram Garage location, M9, which has been heavily speculated since like February, I made a video on it and everything, which is a Billie Eilish maze. I know a lot of you guys aren't fans of it, but you guys gotta give it a chance. Alright, Billie Eilish, we've seen what Halloween Horror Nights can do with music mazes in the past, so you just gotta give Billie Eilish a chance. I understand you don't want the tweens coming in and ruining Horror Nights as they did with Stranger Things, because a lot bigger of demographic came in to experience Halloween Horror Nights, and we're just rude to scare actors and just rude to the event in general, and you are afraid that that's going to happen if a Billie Eilish maze were to come. However, we just got to bear with it. It's going to be there no matter what, because the ones who did come for Stranger Things are already hooked on the event. They're going to keep coming back no matter what. Billie Eilish, though, I think that if they were to base it off of her music videos and as well as other original ideas, it's gonna work. We're good. Hollywood is good at music mazes. You guys got to remember that. You guys got to look at our track history. We're really good with music mazes. Alice Cooper, Black Sabbath. I mean, Slash, he doesn't have his own stand. Oh, Slash, yeah, you did. He had clowns. I'm dumb. I just completely, because I'm so used to him doing Universal Monsters. Slash had clowns. We gotta give it a chance, guys. We really gotta give it a chance here before judging, as well as any of these. I know it was a little bit hard on The Bride, but still, I'm giving all these a chance. I'm optimistic about it. And like I said, this lineup is just speculated. It's not even confirmed yet. None of these mazes have been announced. It's just speculated. So we don't know what could come to Halloween Horror Nights. We just have a broad speculation that Horror Nightmares has put together every year, and usually for the most part they're about 70% right. So here's to hoping. This map gives us hope that some of these properties are true. Just don't hate on Billie Eilish if she comes. Nonetheless, she's a talented performer. She's a talented young lady who is already had such a big career, and she continues to have a huge career, and this would nonetheless be even more of a huge career if she were to have her own Halloween Horror Nights maze. So we just got to bear with Horror Nights here and wait till we actually experience the maze if it were to come to actually judge it. But as of today, that is just the speculated map right now, speculated lineup as of right now. I like the ideas on here. I think that this is a solid lineup. I think that it would be, personally, I think that it'd be better than, no. I think it'd be on par with 2018's year, honestly. That's just my personal opinion. I'm all for it, though. If this lineup is correct, I'm all for it, honestly. I'll be fine with the merch. Is gonna be great. I mean, they better have Beetlejuice merch. That would, I'd go broke about it. This is exciting stuff, though. If you guys are new here, subscribe with those bell notifications on and keep up to date with our social media at SoCal Exploring Media on Instagram and at SoCal Exploring on Twitter. I have been Scott. You've been watching SoCal Exploring. Positivity is key, and most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace.
Bum 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 bum.